talk a little bit about the parallels there with Black Lit Matters and Black Lives Matter.
So this is another experience where I know that this spiritual walk that we are all on, things that happen in different times in our lives are not coincidental. And this was really on the cusp of George Floyd's death.
Yes.
Ahmaud, Breonna Taylor. There was so much unrest and so much tension and uneasiness. I literally struggled emotionally going through that period. And I have to go back to, even though we were dealing with COVID-19, I think that the world needed to be still and be quiet during that period of time, because it was eye-opening, realizing how much our people have literally cried, protested, asked for the same, not extra, just same treatment and equal rights. And I also thought from the lens of those parents and siblings of those sisters and brothers that we've lost. And I believe that understanding how important Black Lives Matter really is, I thought more and more and more about our children not having Black literature introduced to them, sometimes throughout their entire K-12 experiences.
Yes.
I was exposed to more Black literature when I got to college, and it was literally an African American literature class. It was not traditional courses. So I became more and more aware during this social unrest of our lack of so many areas and aspects and systems in our country where we are underrepresented. And so that, I believe, sparked even more to say, you know what, we are going to promote, expose, uplift, inspire Black literature, because our families, our kids, our ancestors, our parents, we need to see Black books. We need to see Black children in books. Even though it starts in our community, I really want the world to understand that Black literature is important, because nothing against Shakespeare, but we learn Romeo and Juliet, we learn all these, European novels and stories, and yet there's no mandate that says when you go through school from K through 12 that you must be exposed to these African American authors, that you must understand the Harlem Renaissance and know who Langston Hughes is. And oh my goodness, I can go on and on about Black authors. And I just know that other cultures are also missing this beautiful story that unfolds every time we open our books and find out more about our people. And I think that, again, building it in our community is first and foremost. And I looked at how much pain our community was in after the deaths of our brothers and sisters. And the world watched it. And in doing that, I think that if they also were exposed to Black literature in an appropriate way, where it wasn't only if you had an African American literature class or during February, which is Black History Month, but throughout the entire year, I think that their lens would change as well. And they would feel more comfortable and understand our culture just a little bit more. And so from all of that pain, again, for such a time as this, this came about.
Yeah.